guys, it's PG Sheet Also Gaming, and today we're going to be making a 3x3 piston door. And you can see it's very simple, and I've connected it from both sides, and you can see it just closed. I can press this again and it's going to open up. So it's very simple to make. So let me just show you what you will need. So yeah, let me just get that chest. Okay. Guys, you're gonna need block of iron or any block you want, just like to make the door itself. Sticky pistons. 2 extra only one type, you know what I mean, is like you only need one thing, so we can put it in a flip flop and in a dropper. We're gonna be making I think 2 flip flops. I'll show you how to do that. I only have this orange wool. It's like just so you can like put your like the blocks which will be under the redstone. So yeah, you're gonna need sticky pistons, redstone comparator, hoppers, block of redstone, observer, oak button or any button, dropper, glass, any block you want to build with. I'm just gonna use iron. I'm not exactly gonna use the orange wool. Redstone dust, redstone repeater, and a redstone torch. So let's get started. Guys, what you want to do is dig like about 5 blocks deep, and then dig 10 blocks like that. Okay, then go to the 4th block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You're gonna put your iron blocks, as this is the main part of the gate, and then leave the corners. Don't put the corners. Think of it as building like another portal. Leave the corners. Don't build the corners, or else it won't work. Like that. As you can see, I've left out all the corners. And yeah, wait, oops. So yeah, then I'm just gonna break the side and build 2 blocks down like that. Okay, just do that, and then the 3rd block, you just leave the 3rd block after you built it. This is just a temporary block. Then make it like a double piston extender. Then let me show you how to do that. Wait, oops, I'm doing it on the wrong side. So like that. And let me show you what the next step is. It's long, so I'll build it and then I'll show you, because it's going to take a lot of time. I don't want to stretch my videos too much, so I'll show you next now. Just wait. So guys, so you have to build like I made a mistake. You have to build 2 like that on both sides, 2 pistons facing that way, and these 3 on the top facing downwards. These are all sticky pistons. Then you see 1 block, like you see the first piston on the right side. Go 1 block, go like here, go behind it and build a block and put a torch on top of that, and then below that block build like 2 blocks down, break the middle one, and then put the 2nd torch here. That's what you're gonna do. And then put this block here, and then put a block here, and then oops, and then you just get all of that done like that. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you the next step. It's pretty simple. I'll show you how you to do it. I don't want to waste too much time. Okay, so the next thing is you just go behind this side. We've already done this side completed. Like now we're gonna have to do under it, but now we go to the left side, and when you go under it, so we build a block right over here, so like that. Build one block there, over here, and put redstone dust going up like that, so there and there. And because the glass is transparent, it doesn't like block the redstone circle. So if I put a solid block here, the signal will just be blocked. It won't be getting any signal, as you can see. If I put it will look like it's connecting, but this connection from here will be disconnected. That's why you're gonna have to put glass over here, and then connect this all with the 3 pistons on top. Then below this block, you're gonna need 1 sticky piston and a redstone block facing, like, make the sticky facing downwards, and the redstone block on stick to the sticky piston. Then now we're gonna have to start going underground, so I'm just gonna clear out this side so I can just build underground, and I'll come back when I'm done. So now what you gotta do is, remember we built this redstone torch over here. We're gonna make a repeater going into that redstone torch, this dropper facing towards me, and a repeater going that way into the double pistons, and they both should be on vortex delay. And we've also added 1 more piston over here, and yeah, so under the observer, we've made an observer going into the bottom piston. It's supposed to, dot of the observer is supposed to face this sticky piston, so that way. And then I'm going to show you what's going to happen now. So guys, what I have done is just I put a lever on this, and I put a torch right below this piston. It's just so if you flick that lever, you can just test if the full closing is working. It has closed perfectly. Now you're not just, that's not the only thing you're done. You have to get that block back down there. So that was just a test. It can close fully. Now we can have to make it open fully. Okay, so what you gotta do is, let me just show you. I'll build it because I don't want to waste too much time. So guys, what I have done now is I'm gonna just put a dropper below the redstone block. Remember we made a redstone block on this side. We're gonna have to put 1 dropper right beside it, facing downwards, okay, like that. Then we're gonna have to make 1 dropper like going into that dropper. Like we have to make that dropper facing upwards. So I like doing this first, the bottom part first, because it's easier. Then just do that, and then do that, and like you're done with the droppers facing the correct direction. Let me just do that again to show you guys. Be careful, this is where a lot of people make mistakes, because you can't see which way the dropper is facing. So after you have done that, what you're gonna need is, remember the double pistons. You're gonna have to put an observer going right below it. So let me tell you how. So we have to make an observer facing downwards like that, if I'm correct. And then, so after you have done that, the observer, it should be facing downwards, like the dot should go downward where it extends the signal, where it outputs the signal. And then you're gonna have to put 2 facing the like, what do you call it, the droppers. So let me show you how. So we have one there, and then the arrow should be pointing to that dropper, and then you have to build like one extra block over here. So then is you're gonna need your comparators. So let me just pull out my comparators, and then you put it on top of that. You put it on top of the first comparator, and then also you put an observer above the comparator. And be careful, the thing is, when people are building it, you have to crouch, or else you're going to activate the comparator, and that's not what you want. You want to put an observer facing upwards, just like that, and then from one of the sides you're going to have to put it facing into the piston, the sticky piston, and then like, let me show you how. So you have to make it face into that piston, just like that. The side that was going up, so you see that piston over here. So let me show you how. This is a bit confusing. This is a very confusing part, so a lot of people make mistakes over here. Is that, oops, I accidentally built the corner block. It's okay, doesn't matter too much. Then you see that piston, like this piston on the side, it should be going like this, if I'm correct. Let me just check. Yeah, so I just remembered you're gonna have to make the piston face that way. So this one is going upwards, this one is going to the towards piston, like from the piston it's going that way from the piston. And then you just gotta put what do you call it, your repeater. Where is it? I can't find it. You can make this on 3 ticks delay, but chances of, like, the issue is that sometimes when you make it 3 ticks delay, it doesn't work perfectly. So I recommend putting on 4 ticks delay. And then if you have done everything correctly, you're gonna have to just put one thing in that dropper, on the top dropper. Like, maybe I'm just gonna pick my shovel because, you know, it doesn't matter too much. And we are done, and now, like, you can see we're closing fully. We have closed the whole thing up, and then we can just close this back up, and let's see, it didn't extend fully. Do you know why? The issue is many people don't know how to do this part correctly. So as you guys know, this comparator should not activate immediately. Do you know why? Because the thing is, when you just, it closes fully, opens fully, and then that happens. So let me tell you how you fix that, okay? The thing was, I made a mistake over here. I was supposed to make the observer go into the block. I was making it accidentally going up. This is the only one which should go up, the one with the repeater on top. And then just put a block over here like that, and then if I just do that, it closes fully, and then when you press that again, it automatically opens. So now what you can do is make a T flip-flop to make buttons, so you can put buttons. You know how useful buttons are sometimes. What you gotta do is just gotta do that and then that. Alright, then let me just make some room right here. I'm just I'll dig out a bit and then I'll tell you what to do. Guys, what you have to do to make this T flip-flop to just activate with buttons, as you can see what I've done here. It's very simple, and when I press it again, it opens up fully. So what you have to do is remember that repeater we have on this side. We have to build the redstone block right beside it. We have to build the redstone block right beside it, and a sticky piston going into that redstone block. So when this, and then what you have to do is make a dropper facing upwards. So let me just get my lever out. You're gonna have to put one item in there. So what you have to do is make a dropper going upwards, and a hopper going into that dropper, and the comparator going out of that hopper, like that, and then the dropper facing the comparator. Then you just put a repeater behind it and a redstone dust and a button right beside the redstone dust. You can put the button anywhere, and you have to just put one item in the dropper so it can get activated, and when you press it again, it deactivates. What I like doing is I take up all this dust from here, and then I make the dust go till maybe here. Now that the dust is covered, I just put this button over here, and it still works because we're just extending, we're making the button on a different place, so we can remove this button, and I can just cover up all these sides, because you don't need to see them. It's pretty useless to just watch these sides, so you can just cover everything up. Yeah, so I'm just covering this up terribly, just so you know how to do that. And to make the signal from that side to a button is simple. I'm just gonna actually let this signal go this way. What you're gonna have to do is pretty simple. Going all around the machine. Door, actually, not the machine, door. And I'm just gonna connect up redstone dust. I accidentally, and then while you're putting the redstone dust, put a redstone dust stick, maybe a redstone repeater over here. Let me just find my repeaters. And that is just to do that because the signal gets weaker. So now what you can do is you can just cover this up and put a button. As you can see, it didn't work because the signal died about here. Oh, and we didn't connect this fully. It didn't die. We didn't connect this fully properly. And now that that is done, you can just cover this all up. Make it blend in. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Bye.